Well, hello guys, Brickmaster here. Today, I'm reviewing set number 75916, recommended ages 6 to 12. This set contains 248 pieces. This is the Dilophosaurus ambush. This set does contain one dinosaur and two minifigures. So basically one big fig and two minifigures. The minifigures are Gray, ACU, and then the big fig is the, of course, Dilophosaurus. There's an actual size of Gray. And this is another Jurassic World set, if you couldn't tell already. And then there's the back of the box there. You can see all the play features of the set. And so now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual set itself. Alright, so here's the actual set itself, and we will of course start off by taking a look at the minifigures and the big fig in this set. And so here they are. First minifigure we have here from left to right, we do have, of course, Gray. We have the ACU, and we have the big fig, the Dilophosaurus. It can be sometimes kind of hard to get him stuck down on studs there, just because the way his legs can kind of move there. But anyways, starting off with Gray here, you can see his torso detailing there. It's very detailed. Definitely resembles the Gray in the Jurassic World movie. And then there you do have his hair there, which is Hobbit hair, and it does actually look kind of like the hair Gray does have in the movie. And then you can see it is a flesh face, since it is a licensed theme. And then there you do have his double-sided face there. That is what it looks like with the hair on. And then his back detailing is also very detailed. One thing I don't like about this Gray minifigure, though, is that in the movie he's actually a kid, but in this set he's got longer legs. They did that because if he had short legs, then he couldn't fit into the gyrosphere. So now onto the ACU minifigure. This ACU minifigure is actually pretty cool. And once again, you do have the flesh face, and you do get this little cap here. So there's the flesh face, and then you get the nicely detailed torso detailing and leg detailing. And if I flip it around to the back, you do have his back detailing there. And then you do get this little basically, it's like a little electric staff that you can use to kind of get the dinosaurs. I don't really know what they're used for, but it's like a little electric staff, and that's a little electric bolt at the end, I guess. And then here you do have the Dilophosaurus himself, and this is actually a pretty cool dinosaur. Probably one of my favorites. You can see the print on the side of the face up here. The jaw can move up and down. This is actually a pretty cool big fig. And yeah, so its jaw can move up and down, as you can see there, and it will move back, and then its little ear things there are pretty nice. Then you do have some studs on the back there, so if you really wanted to, you can sit a figure back there. Then you can see his nice print on the side of him, and his legs, of course, do move, as you can see here. They do move, and then so do the arms here. And the arms are pretty cool. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Dilophosaurus. And all of the minifigures. So now onto the actual set itself. Alright, so here's the set itself, and starting off by taking a look at the gyrosphere here. You can see it is just basically a ball, and it does roll around like a gyrosphere would, and it rolls around really nicely, and it's built in there so that when you do roll it around, of course, just like a gyrosphere in the movie, it would basically just gravity would take the seat with it. It does get caught up sometimes, like right there. Can get caught up, which that can be a little annoying, but you know, it works mostly. And then to get it open and fit the minifigure inside, you do take off these side pieces here, which there you can see the print. They are printed. You take off both of them, and then this may take a few tries, but you do have to kind of separate it so that the peg, once again, it does take a few tries here. Let me just get that back in there, so that like that basically. And so the peg, that's actually not how you separate it, but it's one way you could separate it. The peg does have to be on one side, and then one side has to have no peg in it, and then it's going to be the exact opposite on the other side, like that. So then you just take it off like that, and this piece is supposed to come off with it. But anyways, so that's how you get the gyrosphere open. And then you would just sit Gray right inside there, like so. There's nothing different about sitting Gray in there. You just sit him on those four studs like that. Put it back together here, just by placing those two pieces back on there, and then placing the circular plates back on there, and then there you have the gyrosphere. once again, it does get stuck a little bit. And that can be a little bit annoying when that happens. But, yeah. You can see it is kind of stuck here. So, once again, the gyrosphere is kind of hard to get used to. But, you know, you will get used to it after a little while. So, now into the actual Jeep. This Jurassic World Jeep was not actually in the movie. At least the Jurassic World Jeep wasn't in the movie. They did use a Jurassic Park movie Jeep in the movie. And it actually had the Jurassic Park logo right on there instead of Jurassic World. And so, yeah. But this Jeep is definitely one of my favorite Lego Jeeps. I definitely like this one. And so, yeah. So, starting off with this, you can take off the back here to fit in your minifigure in there. There's one seat for them. And, yeah, so that is kind of weird that there is only one seat. But, of course, you can take out the seat and fit multiple figures in there. And for some reason, this ACU guy doesn't want to go in there. So, I'm going to back up the seat a little bit. So there you have that. And then you do just place this back down there. And then the missiles up here. You do have little missiles, but I guess in the movie they're like tranquilizers. They are flick missiles, so you do just flick them out. So the front here is very, very detailed. You can see the grill there and then the two lights. And then you do have this hook here, which does hook on down there. And you take that off. And then you can use it basically to attach to the Dilophosaurus itself, I guess. You could like attach it to its tail or something like that, and then you could just be trying to pull it. You could attach it to its tail like that, something like that, and then you do just wrap it around by pulling that back in, and it will eventually wrap around all the way. And then once it is like that, you do just basically hang it up right. You do take the hole there and put it right on there, like so. So that is how you get the that working there. And then as for moving on to the sides here, you do have another Jurassic World sticker there, and the wheels there. And then you do have this tire here, which is really, it has a really neat function to it. Not really used a lot, but it is a function. You do twist the tire back here, and it will pop up the little crates in the back there. It's kind of hard to see, but if I get those back in there. And so if you, it's kind of hard to get those back in there. So then if you take the wheel, twist it, let me get it here, and you twist it, the things will basically pop up, and inside these crates you do have a leg, chicken leg, a wrench, and some binoculars. So those are what come in these two crates. And basically here you can see how that function works here. It is just lying down at the first part, and then you do have the crates resting in there. You do just twist this and it'll pop them both up. Or if you didn't want that feature to happen, you could stick them right on those two there. Like so. But they won't fit in there if the chair is there. So that is why it is moved all the way up here. But if you have it up here, it is kind of hard to get the ACU guy in there. But they will just fit right inside there like so. So that is actually pretty much it for the Jeep. So basically now onto the ratings for this set. Alright, so now onto the ratings for this set. This set does include 2 instruction manuals, surprisingly. The first one isn't really that important except for the dinosaurs and the minifigures in the back. So you can see all the dinosaurs there. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. And then you do also have the win with the robot there. And back to the checklist here, you do have all these minifigures here. You have Claire, you have Gray, you have Simon Masrani, you have Owen, you have Vic Hoskins, you do have the ACU soldier there. You do have a ton of ACU soldiers, basically, in there. And then there you do have all the dinosaurs. You have Raptor Delta, Raptor Blue, Pteranodon, T-Rex, Dilophosaurus, and Indominus Rex. And so, yeah, that is pretty cool. I did, of course, get the Raptor Escape set, which is exclusive to Walmart, and that does include Charlie and Echo. And so I will be reviewing that very soon. And then you do have, of course, the basic build. And then in the second book, in the back there is just a little comic strip. And then you do have the piece count for the set. So that is, oh, and also you get this map of basically the Jurassic World Island and where all the sets are taking place. So that is pretty much it for the instruction books. The price on this set is $30. And I think that's an excellent price for this set. This set is definitely worth the $30. The Jeep is amazing. It's one of my favorite Lego vehicles, just in general. I really, really like it. It's definitely one of my favorites. The Dilophosaurus, however, this scene is not accurate to the movie. There is no scene in the movie with the Dilophosaurus chasing the gyrosphere, but however it is in the movie, like once it is a little hologram when they're first walking into the visitor center. That is basically all that it is in the movie. The gyrosphere is being chased, but it is only by the Indominus Rex, not by the Dilophosaurus. So that kind of sums that up. It's not accurate, but it's definitely a very, very good set. Definitely worth the $30 price point. So that's going to be it for my review. I definitely recommend this set. Don't forget to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.